Good morning once again around the Diamond family. We are back for another rousing episode of Around the Diamond. We are in post-season baseball. We're so in it already. We couldn't even get through the wild card series before the end of the week. Like they needed to end it before the week was out, and they were just like, "Yeah, we're done." So we got a lot to talk about because let me tell you, these wild card series, insane. As always, let's get this going. Baseball Bill, how are you doing on this fine Saturday morning?
I'm doing great. I'm ready to play. I got the background at Chavez Ravine since there's going to be baseball there. Sam was not bold enough to put the background of Oracle Park, but he did put Brandon Crawford, so I appreciate that. But
Got to give respect to B. Craw. Got to give respect to B. Craw. I think even you, Bill, as a Dodger fan, you can give respect to B. Craw for what he has done for the Giants over the last 13, 14 years. You know you got to respect the man. Come on. Come on. Give the guy his due.
all right,
I
all
give
right.
you
I'm
respect
moving
where
on.
you I give you respect where your players are due.
Yeah, but
You
my
know,
players are Hall of Fame guys. These guys are Hall of very good.
uh well, that's a conversation for another time. Maybe a
That's right.
rivalry talk in a specific place in the West Coast, but we'll talk further about that down the road.
Yes, we will.
Let's get into it. Bill, why don't you take us through the American League? We got some final standings. Talk about it.
All right. So Orioles did what Orioles did. They made themselves lights out, got 101 wins. Congratulations, the Rays. Um, finished the regular season strong. We'll talk about that in a second. They hit the brakes. Twins came in hot, hot, hot. Sammy, I don't know if you know this or not, but the Twins were 18-9 in September. 18-9 in September, and they finished the season off 7-3. Astros on the very last day of the season win the division. The Astros held the
So
tiebreaker,
sad about
so
that. So
yeah,
sad.
the Rangers had to wait. Rangers had a terrible last 10 games. They were, I believe, either 3-7 or 4-6. But yeah, great stuff there.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Also want to congratulate the Royals for losing 106 games and the A's for losing 112. The A's said anything you can do, I can do better. We're going to lose 112 on you instead of 106. But the Royals do have a young club coming up, so watch out in that division. The A's, well, they got nothing right now. So we'll see how that plays itself out. Sammy, any of your thoughts?
I felt so bad in the West that the Mariners just got edged out. Like, just got edged out. That team has done so good, and they're gonna be good. I mean, watch out for the Mariners next year, because after the inch loss that they had to not make it to the playoffs, I would hate to be the team that's in front of them next year. I would hate to be them.
So Sam, you bring up a good point. And here's my reminder to everybody. Okay, here's my reminder to everybody. You've got to remember that games in April matter as much as games in September. The Mariners missed the playoffs by
Mm-hmm.
one game. Could you be sitting on your couch if you're a
Half a
Mariner
game,
on?
not even one game, half a game.
No, they missed it by one game. You can't have a half.
Let me ask, if the Blue Jays and the Mariners had tied though, would the Blue Jays have held the tiebreaker to make it to the wild card, or would there have been a playoff between those
No, I
two?
think the I think the Mariners would have held that tiebreaker and would have
So
made it to the
so it
playoffs.
was a half a game.
Also,
If they had tied, oh no, then it would have just been broken even. So there would have no, if the Mariners and the Blue Jays had tied, there would have been a one game playoff.
no, there's a tiebreaker.
Yeah, a one game tiebreaker playoff for who gets the third wild card.
No, there's a tiebreaker. The head-to-head, whoever won the head-to-head matchup.
Oh, that's right.
So there is no
Right.
tiebreaker playoff unless they played six times and
Yeah, okay.
unless they were 3-3, then yes, but no. The only crazy thing would have
Yeah.
happened in the National League. We'll get to that in a second, but stop and think about this for a second. Imagine that day that you missed the cutoff man and an extra run scored and you lost by a game or lost by a run on May 12th or whatever. Now that changes your entire October. So
Yeah.
every game of the 162 has to matter.
Yeah. Anyone that says that isn't looking at the big picture. And this just shows the big picture and why it's so important. So I
Yep.
appreciate you bringing that point up. Um,
Yep.
as we said as you said, words directly out of your mouth, beginning of the season, the AL Central is going to be won with 85 wins. It was won with 87.
Although they could have gotten away with it with 85.
They
I
could
mean,
have. Embarrassing. The AL Central should be embarrassed by their play this year. And I'm just going to leave it at that 100%. Congrats to
no,
the
the Royals and White Sox did good. They hit triple digits.
Oh, that's true. You're right. Just in losses. Congrats to the Orioles. They were my pick from the start. I think they're going to dominate this playoff because they are just playing on another level. That's my opinion. You can take it to the bank, take it for all it's worth. I think the Orioles are going to make it. I think we're going to be seeing the Orioles in the ALC championship. No question. But yeah, congrats to the Blue Jays. Congrats to the Rays. Rays, we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, great turnout for the AL. I think they ended as strong as they possibly could. But let's move over to this National League. Two teams in the National League ended with 100 wins. The Dodgers, who took the West with 100 wins, 62 losses. Congrats to the Dodgers. And the Braves with the best overall record in baseball, 104 and 58. Phillies and wild card runs. Phillies had it, but the Marlins held strong on it. It came very, very, very close down to the wire. Mets, Nationals, we'll talk about that at some point this offseason. Brewers, congrats on winning the Central, 92 and 70. And the D-backs going into the wild card series, 84 and 78. And, shockingly, the Padres finished in third place. We'll, again, talk about that later this season. But, Bill, anything on this?
Not really. Congratulations to the Braves. They played well. Again, Padres and Mets did not produce the way that we thought they'd produce at the beginning of the season. I thought the Cubs would win that division. They did not. I was a little surprised. The D-backs are playing a little bit better than I think they're playing a year or two ahead of what everybody thought. I was very surprised that the Giants, no disrespect to you, but I was surprised that the Giants finished where they did. And congratulations to the Rockies. You guys got triple digits again. And by the way, Sam, I just want to get this on record. I went last weekend to San Francisco. I was at the game that you guys won. The Dodgers lost. And all Mikey and Danny and myself could say is we need to win tomorrow. That way the Giants can't celebrate keeping us away from 100 wins. Well, you guys got tooled on Sunday. So I mean, listen, 100 wins to the Dodgers, 100 losses to the Rockies. Congratulations.
Now you just have to make it through this series.
Yeah.
Unlike last year where you lost.
Yeah. At least we're still in.
I think this is like flashbacks to last year for you. You're like, oh my God, we're here again. Now, hopefully, we can just do the job. Sorry, had to throw that out there. You want to take digs? I'll take digs back. Nah.
There you go. All right. So
Anyway,
let's get into how this is going to roll this weekend.
It was great.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Statistics.
Oh, we got some quick stuff we got to go over. Some statistics. Luis Arias, congratulations, finishing with the best batting average in baseball, 354. And congrats to Matt Olson with 139 RBIs. Holy shnikes, this man was hammering this year.
He was.
Bill, what about pitching?
Yeah, by the way, Matt Olson had the most RBIs of any Brave ever. Spencer Stash did get to the 20 win marker. Obviously Zach Gallen did what Zach Gallen does. Chris Bassett, yeah. None of these numbers surprise me anymore. I think if Spencer Stash continues on his path, he will have a season where he has 300 strikeouts. But
no question.
Don't sleep on Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole is going to come back with a vengeance. He had a very, very good season this season, though.
I mean, any of these numbers for any of the four guys below Spencer are great numbers.
Yeah,
Any pitcher would kill for these numbers in any year.
yeah, yeah. I mean, look, take Garrett Cole, for example. He's the lowest of the five on here, 222 strikeouts. Okay, if he averaged that for 10 years and then dropped off by, let's say, 25% the last 10 years of his career, he's got over 3,000 strikeouts in his career. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, that's what these numbers look like.
Mhm.
It's insane what they look like.
100%. Yeah.
So,
And I
if,
think with the pitch clock and everything, it's just going to get better. These numbers are going to go up. I think by next year, be prepared because things will start to balance out and it's going to be more and more interesting.
yep,
The total number of stolen bases this year. Oh my God. We ended over 3,500 stolen bases. Did you think we would hit this number at the beginning of the year?
no, I expected it to go up, but I did not expect us to cross 3,500. If you've been, Sammy, I don't know, have you seen the old bases side by side with the new bases?
Yeah, there's a drastic difference.
Yeah,
Drastic
I
difference.
mean, it's the size of a small house
Yeah.
difference. I mean, they're huge. And so no, it doesn't surprise me. It did help with a lot less injuries, that's for sure. But it didn't surprise me. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if next year, because we're diverting back to get them on, get them over, get them in. So it wouldn't surprise me next year. I'm going to make a bold statement on whatever on the 6th of October. I'm going to make a bold
7th, so
statement, and I'm
close.
going to say we're going to have 4,000 stolen bases next season.
Mark it,
4,000.
put it in the calendar on
Mark down.
October 7th at 11:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bill put out the bold prediction we will have 4,000 stolen bases.
I'm so confident in this, Sammy.
24 baseball season.
I'm so confident I'll even put my teeth in it. Are you ready? If this doesn't happen, if they don't get to 4,000 next year when I go to Oracle, I'm going to buy a Giants jersey anyways and put the Top Fan logo on the back of it. Because I'm going to start collecting those for each ballpark I go to. If we don't have 4,000 stolen
Nice.
bases, I will wear that on the following show the next day. Whenever the season ends, the next Saturday that we're doing the Around the Diamond, I will wear a Giants jersey.
It's on. I'm gonna hold you to that. But so when you get your jerseys, make sure the first jersey you get is the number 1, and then each jersey you get after goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you can keep track of where you got them from in the order of when you got them. I know Dodgers will be first, but at least
No,
you'll
Kansas
be
City
able to
Royals are
track.
first. I've already gotten it. They gave it to us
Oh,
when we were there.
nice. Well, good for you.
Yep.
What about this?
What about that?
Real quick, before we move into the home run leaders, the team that held the most stolen bases this year, the Cincinnati Reds, they held that with 190 steals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were moving. Which, by the way, Ronald Acuna has almost half that just in himself.
Seriously, it's that statistic alone is mind blowing. Mind blowing.
Yeah.
Moving over to the home run count. This has been the funnest count the entire year to keep track of. I will make the bold statement that next year we'll hit 6,300 home runs.
Dodger jersey?
I'm not going to have a chance to get out to the Dodger jersey, but I'll make
get
you
it
a
for
deal.
you.
If
Dodger
you get
jersey?
it for me, I will reimburse you for it. And if we don't hit 63 home runs, I'll bite my teeth and do the same. I will wear it the first around the diamond after the season next year.
Yeah.
I won't be happy about it, but I'll bite my tongue and I'll do it. 6,300 home runs, 2024. If it doesn't hit that number or surpass it, I will wear a Dodgers jersey after on Around the Diamond for the whole world to see and yell at me about. Matt Olson, 54 home runs. Schwarber taking the second spot. Topping Pete Alonso, 47.
Schwarber had 47 home runs on 49 hits all season. So, I mean, we're not bragging about Schwarber right now.
Can we just say can we just say this statistic real quick? As I'm pulling it up, Kyle Schwarber had 47 home runs. However, he had take a wild guess at his batting average.
187.
Close. 197.
Whoa, he went up 10 points.
He did.
Great job, Kyle, in getting an extra base hit. One C&I single brought you up 10 points.
It's amazing how you can have that many home runs and only have a batting average of 100.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. These guys are.
But
are
when
going,
you either get or hit a home run, makes sense.
No, they're going up there looking for the 5-run home run every single at bat. And Kyle Schwarber usually leads off. Dude, get on base. You got Trey Turner behind you. He can knock you in. But if you've seen Kyle, it's not like he's built for speed. So he's trying to hit the ball out of the park so he doesn't have to run. He's playing Babe Ruth ball.
That's fair.
If I hit it out of the park, I don't have to run. I can just jog a little
bit. I'll give you that. All right. We have made it through the statistics. We have done the final wrap up from the regular season. We are officially in the postseason. So let's talk a little bit wild card series. As we look at these wild card series, I mean, these things were like, we're not going 3 games. We're going to wrap this thing up real quick on both sides of the house. I mean, Bill, take me through this AL.
No surprises. No surprises whatsoever. I picked both of these teams to win it. I actually thought the Blue Jays would push to 3 games, although the Twins are super hot. 2 things that you need to pay attention to in the series, because we're short on time today. We spent a lot of time on statistical stuff, which is fine. Okay, number 1, notice the Rangers only gave up 1 run in 18 innings. Fantastic. Number 2, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. getting picked off at second base was probably the worst mental mistake I've seen in the playoffs in a long time. Sam, did you see him get picked off?
It wasn't even close.
It wasn't even close. Now, if you haven't seen the clip, go find the clip, but I'll set it up for you. Top of the 6th inning, you're down 2-0, second and third, 2 outs, second and third. You got Bo Bichette at the plate who can hit the ball, and you get picked off at second. Are you kidding me?
How about the real quick? How about the third baseman missed it by Carlos at home? What a heads up play to get out Bo Bichette. Just smart baseball play. I mean, the Twins are going in knowing what they wanted to do. They said, we're going to come in. We're not going to let up. We're going to keep playing the game we've been playing for the last month of the season. And kudos to them, because they, look, like you said, 1 run in 18 innings. You don't see it that often, especially in the postseason, because these guys have been playing this well all year. And I mean, look at the Rangers-Rays game. Same thing. 1 run in 18 innings of baseball. Rangers dominated the Rays. I thought this would be closer.
Yeah, no. It wasn't. The Rays played timid. The Rays played. So to bring it home for you, Sam, okay, if you go back and you watch Game 5 of the 2021 NLDS between your team and my team, you guys came out in the first couple innings very timid because you guys were at home, and it was like, if we make a mistake, then there's going to be issues, we're going to be knocked out of the playoffs, whatever. And the Rays played terrible baseball. Terrible baseball. Congratulations, though, on winning 99 games at MetLife.
Yeah. Great you started the season off with like 20-something wins in a row without getting a loss, but it doesn't mean anything if this is how you end it.
Yeah. I mean,
And unfortunately,
they started out what 13-0 this season.
it was like 13 or like 14-0. It was insane numbers. They ended like April with like 2 losses. Like like everyone was saying, like in the first month of the season, there was no question in anyone's mind the Rays were just gonna run away with this whole thing. It was progressively going back to standard mediocrity for them. So, Rays, congrats. You made it to the postseason. You did nothing with it afterwards, but congratulations. You made it.
Yep.
Rangers, Bruce Bochy, I'm sorry, is doing exactly what he does when he goes to teams. He makes them dominant. Got great players. And let's just also, real quick before we move on, say this. They did it without Jake DeGrom.
They
Remember
did the
that
whole
guy
season
that
without Jacob DeGrom.
I was gonna say, remember that guy that they paid like $100 million for like 5 seasons and thought that he was gonna be the greatest thing since sliced bread? Guy'll be lucky if he plays 2 full seasons with the team.
I'd be
Throwing
lucky
that
if he
out
plays
there.
at all.
I'm throwing that out there right now. If the guy plays 2 complete seasons in his entire contract with the Rangers, I'd be shocked. I'll even throw another one out there. If he plays 2 games throughout the whole, like 2 complete seasons throughout the entire 5-year span, I'd be shocked.
Agreed.
Anyway, wild card race. This was exciting. This was great. And I didn't update this, and I am sorry. This is all on me. I failed. Throw me under the bus like a bat out of heck. We're gonna go over to the computer and get the statistics because I forgot to update it. Philly took the Marlins 4-1 in the first game. They took them 7-1 in the second game, 2 runs in total of 18 innings. The Phillies putting up a total of 11 runs. Philly has been doing what Philly does in the postseason. They just run away with it. Last 2 years, they get in. You don't want to play them. They're the hot. They're the heat.
They are. They're hot. They're
And
hot.
then,
But I'm grateful for this screen because it shows that the Diamondbacks played the Brewers and the Diamondbacks played the Brewers.
I mean, the Diamondbacks played the Brewers. Played them like a fiddle. A fiddle. 6-3
this
in
didn't
that
surprise
first
me
game
either.
and 5-2 in the second.
Yeah, this didn't surprise me either. I expected the Diamondbacks to win this game, this series, and I expected Philly to win it.
Yeah, the Brewers were the most mediocre team going into this wild card race, into this wild card division series. I'm happy that the D-backs won it because it led up to a phenomenal National League division series. We're going to talk about that in just a second, but let's take a quick look at the AL series, and the NL series are accurate with the right names, by the way. Don't worry, top fans. I didn't make the same mistake twice.
Why is it not the Astros logo? Why did you put the Rockies logo on there?
Oh, sorry,
I'm just
missed
teasing.
that. A lot of great games though in this next week of baseball. Bill, predictions. Let me have them.
Rangers and Astros.
We're going with a Texas championship.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Baltimore is a really good team. I think this is going to go 5. Baltimore is young. The Rangers are hot though. They are very, very hot. The Twins in Houston. That's gonna probably go 4 games. Remember, the Astros have the experience. The Twins are very, 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 very good and hot right now.
Yeah, I'm actually going to flip flop that. Going to be Orioles Twins. Orioles have proven themselves to be one of the most dominant teams in baseball. And regardless of their youth, they're playing with a fun, exciting energy that other teams just haven't been able to keep up with. I think I agree with you. It's going to go 5 games, but what I'm going to say is that in that 5th game, it's going to come down to the last 3 innings of baseball. It's going to come down to the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. Something's going to happen, and it's going to be crazy. Looking at that Twin series, Astros, though, you said it. The Twins are hot. And the one thing that I will always say is you never want to go against the hot team. You don't. especially in the
Yeah.
postseason.
Yeah,
So
no, I agree.
those are my predictions, and I'm sticking to them. Looking at this NL series, though, predictions on my side. I am going to pick, and this is nothing against the Dodgers, so take no offense to this. Braves, D-backs, mic drop.
Braves versus D-backs, huh?
Braves versus D-backs. Braves versus D-backs. No offense to the Dodgers. They had a great season. Hit that 100th game at the 11th hour. But the D-backs have been playing so good in this last month of the season. They came back, they fought hard, they earned their spot. And in these last 2-3 weeks, they've just been playing great. Corbin Carroll, the kid is playing 3 to 5 years ahead of where he should be at this point. I think while they're young, I think the D-backs will make it to the championship, but I don't think they'll make it past it.
So you're saying Philly's going to the World Series?
No, I'm saying Braves are going to the World Series.
I mean, I'm sorry, that Braves are going to the World Series.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to agree with the Braves assessment there, although Philadelphia is extremely hot. Philly wants the Braves in a worse way because the Braves celebrated their win on their field. So I get it. I totally understand that. They want that win. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall, right? The Phillies want that win, but they're not going to get there. The Braves are going to win this thing. It will go 5 though. And I'll tell you what, the 14th, the last game of that series will be a national holiday in both Philadelphia and in Atlanta. That's for sure. It'll be a state holiday.
Oh, yeah.
The Dodgers will be lucky. The Braves or the Diamondbacks will be lucky to go 4 in that series. I know you think that the Diamondbacks are hot. The only way the Diamondbacks win this series is they've got to hit a lot and they've got to get a lot of runners on base. The Dodgers cannot hold runners. They cannot throw out runners. So, yeah, I don't see the Dodgers losing that series. That's not me being a homer. That's just me saying, unless the Diamondbacks can get on early and get runners over early and score early, I don't see that playing itself out.
Well, it is going to be a fun NL and AL division series. I think that these divisions are going to have fantastic games playing out the end of the year. So keep an eye on it. We'll be obviously following up on it next week. Excited to go over it and see where we stand. See if our predictions are in line with what we thought.
Yeah.
Rivalry this week, a little light, but always some surprises coming your way.
Well,
Bill always keeps us thinking on our toes.
Yeah.
So, Bill, take me through it.
The little light is actually kind of funny because what I didn't put on there is I've got 8 different podcasts potentially scheduled for the rest of this week. So it won't be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday thing. It'll definitely be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday thing. I'm just wrapping up time frames with that. So Sarah's going to talk Yankees baseball. She's also going to talk about Arson Judge and what he does for the club and what he brings to the club. Jordan is going to just talk to you about Astros baseball and where the Astros are at. Dallas will talk to you about Reds baseball. She also does a lot of touring of stadiums. So she's going to talk to you a lot about, from a fan perspective, touring ballparks.
And where to get the best food.
Yeah, there you go. The In the Leagues is going to get fun, though, this week. So Big Dave's going to be on the In the Leagues, talking Astros baseball. Joe is going to be talking Dodger baseball this week. Friday is also going to be an hour-long show. Again, Sam, you missed it on Friday, but we had Breon, who's a Twins fan. We had Jem, who's a Dodger fan, and Jackson, obviously, as a Braves fan. We also had on, I'm trying to think, Victoria as a Cubs / Diamondbacks fan. We had Dodger Danny on, obviously a Dodger fan. We had on Mets Meg. She was on, so that was good stuff. So a lot of good,
Megan?
a lot of good fun last Friday.
Well, you made a big announcement yesterday. It's a huge announcement to the Top Fan Rivalry community. I don't think anyone was expecting it to come, but it's exciting. Not only is it exciting for the Top Fan Rivalry community, it's exciting for me because it'll be the second time Bill and I finally get to meet each other in person. We're gonna finally be able to do something Bill and I have been talking about since he started putting rivalry talks together. And it's gonna be a great time. So if you're not gonna be there, you're missing out. Bill, where can people come in January to see us?
Your house. Oh, no,
My
wait a
house.
second. Fabulous Las Vegas. Yes, Top Fan Rivalry is doing their first ever Fan Fest, January 19th through the 21st. Here's what you do, Top Fan Rivalry followers. You go on to topfanrivalry.com and you click on the Fan Fest there, and you can purchase tickets. Now, we are going to have an evening cocktail hour. We've got events planned all day Saturday, some stuff planned on Sunday. You want to be in town by 7:30 Pacific Standard Time on Friday the 19th. In addition to that, your ticket is $150 a person because we're going to cover a lot of cost here for you. You're going to have a lot of fun. But if you're a locker room access member, once you are in the locker room, you just log in and it'll recognize the fact that you're in the locker room, and you can get 2 tickets for $75. So you can get them half price as a locker room access member. If you're not a locker room access member, I don't know what you're doing anyways. So, I mean,
You're
come
not a
on,
locker room
go up and
access
get your
member.
locker room access.
I
But
mean, if they're not, they need to go do something. What they
we
can
have
do is they can go to
confirmed Grand Slam. Sam will be there. We have that
around the
confirmed.
Diamond Dock. They can go there and they're not becoming around the Diamond member.
Yeah, they can. We have Grand Slam Sam confirmed to be there. We have Mikey Bleeds Blue confirmed to be there. We have Stadium Food Girl, Val confirmed to be there. Of course, yours truly. I will give out free hugs or whatever anybody needs, right? We're going to have a great time there. Sam will be running the dunk tank. We'll be putting Sam in the dunk tank. It'll be awesome in January in Las Vegas.
I think we'll
Put
be
Sam in
taking
the
a
dunk tank.
top. I think we'll be taking the top fan from the losing World Series team and putting them in the dunk pit. I
There
think
you
that's
go.
a better
Maybe
call
that.
out.
Well, we know
I
that
think
won't
that
be
would be a
Sam
better call out. It definitely won't be me because I'm not going to get wet. I refuse.
There you go. There
But
you go.
it's
All
going to
right.
be fun. You got to be there. We're going to be doing so much, and you want to be a part of the community because Bill just makes it all involved. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. So,
as
guys and gals, be there.
As always, to wrap this up, make sure you're checking out TopFanRivalry.com for new podcasts, articles, and merch on a regular basis. We will be I'm sure Bill is going to start prepping for the watch parties coming in 2024. You are not going to want to miss it. Stay up to date on everything. Any final call outs for the fans out there, Bill?
Go Dodgers.
Go baseball. Let's just say go baseball to end this up. Fans, thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate you being here, and we will see you on the field next week talking postseason.
Yep. Good night.